Hey YouTube, Grunt Reviews. I've got this hefty little beast in my hand. This will be our full review on the Fostech Origin 12 shotgun. This particular one is the SBS version. Guys, as always, go down below, hit like, hit subscribe, drop a comment, give us your thoughts, good or bad. If you like what we're doing, share us with your friends, and I've got a Buy Me a Coffee link in the description. Feel free to help support us here at the channel, and let's get into it. All right, so this chunky monkey here is the Fostech Origin. This is the nickel version of it, so they have an all black, and then they have I don't know if I'd really call this a nickel, it's more of kind of a silver color. And this one, the SBS version, does come with the, I'm going to call it a breacher end to it, but this does unthread, so you can add the muzzle device of your choice, and they do make adapters for the salvo to go on this. Starting at the top, does have aluminum pick rail all the way down. This one was used, so it does have an optic on it, and we actually did the range portion of this first. Controls on this bad boy are all ambidextrous, so it has safeties on both sides. And it's kind of an interesting setup. They give you, depending if you want to push it forward with your finger, or let me switch hands here, or if you want to use your thumb, they give you both options. Kind of a cool feature, but the safety is very smooth, easy to use. Mag release on this, they've got one in the trigger guard, and then they also have another exterior. Those two are tied together, obviously. And then we do have our bolt release, which is very easy to get with your finger. The charging handle on this could be a little bit bigger. So as you can see it over here on the left-hand side. But the action is very smooth, very easy to use. Recoil spring in this thing is kind of stout, so it takes a little giddy up and go. The dust cover on this is a polymer. It's definitely a chunky polymer. It's got detents on both sides. Kind of would have been nice with the impressive weight of this thing already if they had made that aluminum or steel. Looking inside of it, obviously we can see our somewhat skeletonized bolt there. You actually get a nice view inside of this bad boy. So definitely is built like an AK, which is what this pattern looks like. Working our way to the back, it does have a side folding stock to it. And I can never remember how to get this sucker to pay attention. There we go. So it does catch. You just kind of got to pick her up, swing her out of the way. Until you remember which direction it goes, it's kind of a pain. Once you remember, very easy to use there. This will take standard AR style stocks. It comes with a different one. This guy put, I believe this is a Luther stock on it, but it standard buffer tube on the back to add the stock of your choice. And then it comes with a very nice rubberized grip with a little bit of, I'm going to call it padding, but it's rubber, or a significantly larger amount of rubber on the back to absorb the recoil on this. Guys, almost forgot, this is my bad. We do have our Lyman digital trigger gauge here. Let's go ahead and check out the factory trigger in this bad boy. All right, that was a little off. First pull, 2 pounds. 12.1 ounces. Second pull, 3 pounds, 14 ounces, which is a little bit more in line with what it should be. I think they say this has about a 4-pound trigger in it. Three pounds, 10.8 ounces. And one last one. 3 pounds, 11.2 ounces. So 3.5 to 4-pound trigger there. The trigger itself, whole bunch of take up and no real wall to it. Almost feels striker fired. So a lot of take up, you get just a little bit of pressure and then just a little bit of creep there and break. So no real wall to it, almost like shooting a stock Glock. It's kind of that rolling break feel to it. Reset. Very audible, very easy, and it does put you right back in position to fire again. So once you get past all that initial over travel, very, very easy to run quickly. Magazines, it does come with, I believe, a 5-round mag. They have 10-round mags, and then they have 20-round drums. Downside to the drums, they stopped production on them. They are available on Gunbroker, but they're going for $2,000 plus. This shotgun itself is already around $2,500 to $3,000 itself. So if you want something with the drum setup, you're looking close to $5,000, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Very standard AK style on the mags. You just kind of have to rock it in there just a hair. And also on removal, as you can see there, they're a little bit of a pain. You got to line it up just right to get that mag release to go. That may change with different mags or with a little bit more break-in time. Overall shooting of this bad boy, because of the immense weight of this shotgun, virtually no recoil. As we'll show you in the range portion of this at the end. It is only rated for 2 3/4 shells, and part of that is the angle that it has to leave that mag and enter the barrel. We did run some 3-inch shells through it. It does have a 3-inch chamber, so they will load, but they don't load very reliably. So definitely stick to 2 3/4, and let's run out to the range, see how she does. All right, guys. So this actually has been fired before. This isn't a true first shot. But did want to, when these things came out, they did have some issues. Obviously, there's some other bad reviews. It's been quite a number of years ago, so I want to see how well this thing actually does. So, first thing we're going to do here, I'm going to use some more of this. It's the Winchester AA. I believe it's the Diamond series. Now, something to note on this, I would normally run something with a little bit more spunk to it, but this thing will only fire 2 3/4. It is not chambered for 3-inch. And I'm gonna throw a round of Spartan buckshot in it just to see. So this thing is basically an overgrown Sega. So still kind of have to tilt the mags in a little bit. Very well designed bolt catch. Let's see how she runs. Wow, locks back, no issues. So if you have not shot or held one of these, this being the short barrel version, it's a little bit lighter, but this thing is built like a freaking tank. When we do our tabletop on it, I will put it on the scale, but I would say 8 pounds or so. It's definitely not light. What's nice about that is there is virtually no recoil on this thing. One, you can't shoot 3-inch magnum loads, so obviously not having that option helps with the recoil. But even with the higher velocity buckshot, this thing really does just eat stuff up. We are going to try something. That Black Aces, and I'll link you up above, is a little bit longer than 2 3/4. We're going to see if that fits in the magazine, and I'm going to try another few rounds of ammo and see how she works. All right, guys. So this is definitely longer than 2 3/4 there. This is the Black Aces Tactical. I think I've got 4 or 5 rounds loaded up here. Let's see if the Origin will run it. All right, so far so good. Feeds in. Let's see what happens. Oop. What do we have? A fail to. Well, we got a jam here. Let's see what. Huh. So worked. Just didn't lock back on that last one. Kind of weird. Let me make sure this isn't an issue here. So this is some of the 7.5. We're just gonna drop her in there and squeeze 2 more off. God, it's actually raining right now, so I am gonna have to cut this one a little bit short. Okay. Here we go. And lock back on that one. So, if and obviously for those of you who don't want to do a tack stamp, they do have an 18-inch version of this. For defensive purposes, if you did want to use that Black Aces, it is right at the limit of what works, but it does work. So last thing I'm going to try, let me grab a couple of 3-inchers. I think this will cause problems, but yeah, let's find out. All right, guys, last test. This is the Federal Black Cloud. This is a 3-inch shell. I've got 2 of them loaded up in here just for testing purposes. Bolt does go home. So, did not lock back. But it does appear, and this is only one type of 3-inch ammo, but it does appear this will take a 3-inch if you can get it in the mag. So, as always, guys, it's raining, so I'm gonna wrap this up a little bit early. Just kind of wanted to give you a little teaser on this thing. Guys, stay safe, train hard.